One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Arizona State Sun Devils. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Sun Devils about to kick it away and get this season started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. On the move. Got enough for the first. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
The Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
To throw, it's Blevins. Here's the pressure. He's got the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
From the 30-yard line on 1st down. Rides the back on the option to give. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The short hands, it's Staples. Turning it on. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Leaves it with the running back. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He leaves it with his back. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. They stopped him cold in the backfield, and all he needed was inches on 3rd down.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jordan. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one. But don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
And the Sun Devils buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. Dropping back, it's Castro. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Motion from the back. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He just missed the target on that one. Got him. His body.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Tall hill to climb here. 3rd and 10 from inside your own 5. Just don't turn that thing over. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take off. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
You know what, Reese, it is a great play, and I think they were in nickel, so they brought an extra guy on the field that has some speed, take a linebacker that's a little bit slower off the field, and you could see it paid dividends on that 3rd down.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. On 4th down, looking to pass. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that that one stopping them for a short gain.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass, it's Blevins. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Wake Forest rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Winston-Salem. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll send the back in motion. Out of the sheet, quick toss to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Unloads quickly. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed. And he showed some.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
And it's nice to be the middle of the field safety. That's my responsibility. I own the middle. If you want to come across the middle, I'm going to hit you. If you want to throw it across the middle, I'm going to do a good job breaking on the football. Unbelievable job. You've got to have vision on the quarterback. See it, break it, go get it. Give me that INT.
Dropping back, it's Blevins. Just a little off. Incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle of Staples. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Quarterback keeper. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They're trying to slam it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what. Shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, the ground game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Scanning the field. It's Castro. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Flip it. Come on, set.
They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Castro. And pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
4th down and 10, and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got 1 pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to get me 1 too.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Seminoles will hustle to the line. They're going to run it. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. A designed run for the quarterback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Tulane delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the American. Trust me when I say the party is on in New Orleans. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to throw, it's Castro. Quickly complete. Breaks the tackle. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Sun Devils headed quickly to the line. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Looking to fire. To the sideline, and he's able to tiptoe his way to a 1st down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. They just keep firing. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Castro. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man downfield. He's down at the 25-yard line, waning moments of the 1st half. It is a 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Sun Devils have taken it inside the 20. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
So it's 1st down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the field goal unit is on the field. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Looking for a man. It's Castro. Takes the easy one to the back. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Gets open down the middle. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Takes it from the gun on third down. Gets it out quickly. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Got his man quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Sun Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll give it to the back. Ball down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
The Sun Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Back to pass. It's Castro. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
You know, sometimes wide receivers are so eager to get upfield once they have the ball. They take their eyes away. You really got to do a good job looking it in and securing the catch.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Wants to fire on second down. Looking to the big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I think sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Going to the running game. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Seminoles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Grab near the marker is Ingram. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Look out, he's got room.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Blevins. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Wants to throw. It's Blevins. Finds his big tight end. At the 20, he's got space. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Flips it out on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Touchdown, Knowles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. On target over the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. To the air. It's Castro. Complete to the right. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Just keeps swinging it. Throws for the tight end. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. From the gun, looking for a man. Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Back to throw. It's Castro. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Still on his feet at the 45. Breaks into the open. The tap. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida State.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Castro. He's got him this time. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
To the air on first down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Wants to adjust the pattern. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to go up top on first down. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
Yeah, and just understanding where you're at on the field, make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I get credit for that catch. Nice job, nice pitch, nice catch.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to pass. It's Castro. It's caught. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend, and this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage, so that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy, but tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
It's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Arizona State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Looking to throw, it's Castro. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking for a man. It's Castro. Throws to the tight end. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job?
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Got room on the return. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and, David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
On the move. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. And they take it in for 6 more points. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
Just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up, but I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Castro. He's got him. No chance to run, but still a good game. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. And the Sun Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. He wants a big play here late. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this